time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Pittsburgh's offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll run the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They'll leave it with him. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Pitt pushing the pace. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on MK if they can stop him on 3rd down. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first down and wants more. There he goes to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Clemson. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Thanks to grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Tight end now in motion. To the air on first down. Here's a hit. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The offense changing the play. To the air. It's Pryor. Got his man on the right. Spins away from one. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
They go to the ground. inside the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Clemson! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Off the play fake on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarter...
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Trying to get it in. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that.
Going for the goal line, and they will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option in working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They've got the screen set up. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Off play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Pitt will line up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To throw, it's Pryor. Catch in the middle, it's Lay. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Rutgers is going to walk off the field there in Piscataway with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
The play action fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Snagged out of the air. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, that's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop right there, but Pittsburgh moves the chains and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's good from 58 yards out. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out.
There he goes! He's inside the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw in that play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Handoff to the single back. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well give it to him again. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Hold it, finds his man on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Pittsburgh trying to put a touchdown on the board in this red zone trip. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy. Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 40. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
He'll keep it himself. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Complete in the middle. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Military stun.
The give on the option. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
13. Return goes out of bounds.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Another incompletion on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that...
Oh, the fake. The up man looking for room. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
We'll start with the first down. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Pryor. Right on the money. Turns it on to midfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's Pryor. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Quarterback making checks. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And it'll be downed right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Finds a good hold there and gets 4 to give them a little breathing room out to the 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rides to back and leaves it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Turning it on. Continues to fight for yards. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He smashes his way through again. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they were able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Pryor. Out of the backfield, he's open. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Clinton. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Clemson.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating.